You know how everyone's been wondering what's going on with Jana Duggar since she disappeared from the spotlight? Well, I've got some exclusive insights into her married life that will literally make your jaw drop. So here's the deal. Jana Duggar has been keeping a pretty low profile lately, and fans have been starving for updates. But guess what? She's actually been giving us little peeks into her married life with Stephen Wissmann, and what I'm seeing is interesting to say the least. Remember Jana? The one who waited forever to get married while all her sisters were walking down the aisle one after another? The girl who spent years helping raise her siblings while everyone else was starting their own families? Yeah, that Jana. Well, she's finally living her own life, and I've got all the details. Now, before I reveal what Jana's been up to, let me take you back to last summer. August 2023 to be exact. Jana and Stephen's wedding literally came out of nowhere. Like, if you weren't paying attention to those leaked wedding plans online, you probably had no idea it was even happening. Unlike her sisters who had their entire relationship journeys documented on TLC, Jana's transition to married life has been much more private. I mean, can you blame her though? After growing up with cameras documenting every awkward side hug and chaperone date, I'd probably want some privacy too. But don't worry, even without a reality show, Jana's giving fans some glimpses into her new life, even if what she's showing makes it clear that married life isn't all roses and rainbows. Alright, so here's what we know about Jana and Stephen's life together based on her recent social media activity. And trust me, it's not what I expected at all. Jana took to Instagram on March 31st with a video that gives us a rare peek behind the curtain of her married life with Stephen. And let me tell you, their version of marital bliss might not be what most newlyweds post about. 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle with tile, she captioned the post, referring to their ongoing home renovation projects. Like, excuse me? You're 8 months into marriage, and you're spending your time on home renovations? I mean, different strokes for different folks, but that wouldn't be MY first-year marriage activity of choice. She went on to list evening bike rides, many trips to Lowe's, and sweet memories spent together. Jana followed those words with hashtags that pretty much sum up their vibe. Hashtag Low Showman Improvement, hashtag Best Thubby Ever, hashtag Bike Rides, hashtag Warmer Weather. Can we just pause for a second and talk about how many times they're going to Lowe's? Many trips doesn't sound like a one-and-done situation. I'm getting the sense that Jana and Stephen are going all in on this home renovation thing, which is actually kind of sweet. Like they're building their life together literally from the ground up. The video itself showed Jana and Stephen picking up multiple boxes from the store. And I'm not talking small boxes. These looked heavy. Then we see them grabbing food together, date night at the hardware store, anyone? But the real tea is what comes next. The video actually shows them working together on a shower renovation. Like, we're talking actual construction work. Jana Duggar, the girl who is basically a second mom to 18 kids, is now wielding tools and laying tile. Is anyone else shocked by this? Now, DIY projects can sometimes make or break relationships. I've seen couples literally explode at each other over assembling IKEA furniture. We've all been there, right? But Jana and Stephen seem to genuinely enjoy working together. There's a moment in the video where they're both covered in dust, and they just look at each other and laugh. It's actually, dare I say, adorable? But don't worry, it's not an all work and no play situation for these two. This is Jana's married life, not another version of her former role as the Duggar family's built-in babysitter and housekeeper. The video shows Jana and Stephen enjoying a gorgeous outdoor vista, like picture-perfect sunset, mountains in the background, total romance movie vibes. We also get to see them eating breakfast together, and my personal favorite part, snuggling on the sofa. There's something so normal and sweet about seeing Jana just chilling on a couch with her husband instead of wrangling toddlers or cooking for 20 people. The comment section on Jana's post is blowing up with fans gushing over their couple dynamics and teamwork. People are literally obsessed with how well they seem to work together after seeing just this brief glimpse into their life. And honestly, I get it. There's something refreshing about seeing a couple who actually seems to enjoy doing mundane things together. Let's not forget, these two only tied the knot in August 2023. That was just 8 months ago. They're still in that honeymoon phase, but they're spending it renovating a bathroom? I mean, to each their own. but I'd be expecting tropical vacations and fancy dinners, not tile grout and power tools. But maybe that's exactly what makes their relationship work? They seem to have fallen into married life better than anyone might have expected. Marriage, even for people who didn't grow up with, shall we say, unconventional backgrounds like the Duggars, comes with tons of challenges. The fact that these two are tackling home renovations together and still smiling might actually say a lot about their compatibility. Something that really stands out to me about Jana and Stephen's relationship is how normal it seems. Like, yes, they're doing home renovations, but they're also going on bike rides, enjoying nature, and just spending quality time together. After growing up in a household where everything was about family size and religious principles, Jana seems to be enjoying a much simpler, more intimate kind of family life. I can't help but wonder what Jana's parents think about all this. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar were notorious for having strict rules about, well, everything. Are they impressed with Jana's renovation skills? Do they approve of her more low-key lifestyle? Or are they disappointed that she's not announcing a pregnancy every year like some of her siblings? Speaking of siblings, Jana has a lot of them. 19, to be exact. And many of her sisters jumped into motherhood almost immediately after marriage. Jana, on the other hand, seems to be taking things at her own pace. At 34, she waited much longer than her sisters to get married, and now she appears to be enjoying her time as a wife before potentially becoming a mother. Let's be real for a second. Growing up as the eldest daughter in a family of 19 kids basically means Jana has already raised children. She's probably changed more diapers than most people will in their entire lifetime. So can we really blame her for wanting to enjoy some child-free married life for a while? Personally, I think she's earned it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Julie, what about the Duggar family values? Aren't they all about having as many children as possible? And yes, that's typically been the Duggar way. But Jana has always been a bit different. She waited much longer to court and marry, and now she seems to be charting her own path in married life too. Of course, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Jana and Stephen's marriage came after the various scandals that rocked the Duggar family, particularly those involving her brother Josh. The family show was canceled, and many of the adult Duggar children have distanced themselves from the public spotlight as a result. Jana's more private approach to married life might be partially influenced by those painful experiences. But enough about the past. Let's focus on Jana and Stephen's future. What does it hold for them? More home renovations? A move to Nebraska, where Stephen's family is based? Or perhaps a baby announcement in the coming months? The betting pool is open, people. Drop your predictions in the comments below. What I find most fascinating about Jana's Instagram updates is what she chooses to share versus what she keeps private. She's giving us just enough to feel connected to her journey while maintaining healthy boundaries. After a lifetime of having cameras document her every move, she's finally in control of her own narrative, and I respect that tremendously. The couple's home renovation projects might seem mundane to some, but I think they represent something much deeper. They're literally building their life together, creating a space that's uniquely theirs. After living in a home where personal space was practically non-existent, Jana is finally designing a life and home that reflects her own tastes and preferences. One thing's for sure, Jana Duggar has come a long way from her days on 19 kids and counting on. She's traded in the chaos of a house full of siblings for the more focused chaos of building a life with her husband. And based on what she's sharing, she seems genuinely happy with that trade. I'd love to know what you guys think about Jana's married life. Are you surprised by how hands-on she is with home renovations? Do you think she'll follow in her family's footsteps and have a large family, or will she continue to forge her own path? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Jana Duggar's new life, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my celebrity updates. I've got some major tea coming about another reality TV family next week that you definitely won't want to miss. Before I wrap this up, I want to give a quick shout out to all of you who've been supporting this channel. Your likes, comments, and shares mean the world to me. This community we've built together is literally my favorite thing ever, and I couldn't do this without you guys. What do you think about couples who tackle DIY projects together? Is it relationship goals or a recipe for disaster? I've seen it go both ways. My last boyfriend and I tried to assemble a bookshelf together, and let's just say we broke up 2 weeks later. Not saying the bookshelf was the reason, but it definitely didn't help. So, do we think Jana and Stephen are relationship goals with their renovation projects, or are they playing with fire? That's all for today's video. Gorgeous people. This is Julie signing off, but I'll be back next week with more juicy updates from your favorite celebs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Love you all to pieces.